Mr. President, it says here you haven't passed the 12th grade.
It depends on how you define the word pass. My lady, we have a troublesome problem.
What be thy trouble, peasant?
It seems that no one in our royal court can understand the intricacies of English literature.
Well, that would be quite a problem.
My lady.
Yes, peasant?
My lady, aren't we the English?
It would seem so, peasant.
Mrs. Zimmerwalt, I for one would like to congratulate you on your successful plastic surgery.
Why, thank you.
Unfortunately, I must inform you of some new students in your class.
Ah, yes. I was wondering who these people were.
Yes, well, here we have Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, and Hillary Clinton.
I would like to be called Hill Dog.
Yes. Well, over here, we have Queen Elizabeth I, Robert Dudley, Sir Walter Raleigh, and Bess, the unimportant one.
Hello, class. I hope you had a nice spring break. I hope that you're ready to get back to work. This week we will be going over Shakespeare and analyzing that. And don't forget the student government election later in the week. You'll want to be prepared for that.
Sorry I'm late. My wife smashed my SUV. Dang, women always fretting over something.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Why, it's me, Tiger Woods. Hey, I got a joke for you. What do you call it when I'm followed by a gang of white men? The PGA Tour. Thank you.
Right. So, I'm going to split you into two groups, and then assign you each different works of Shakespeare. Bill, Tiger, Robert, and Raleigh, you're in one group. Monica, Elizabeth, Bess, and Hillary, you're in the other. Oh man, this is gonna suck harder than a Serbian death camp.
Don't worry, Bill. When things get tough, just do it. Nike.
I can't believe this. This is a vast right-wing conspiracy. Relax, dear. I'm sure we can get through this. What do you know? You'll be lucky if you barely get past intern.
Okay, so your topic is Hamlet. Discuss the relationships between Claudius and Gertrude, and Hamlet and Ophelia. Yo, dog. Right on. Okay, so your topic is Macbeth. Talk about the relationship between Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Macduff, Lady Macduff. Okay, so I've given each of the groups their topics. Discuss, and at the end of the class, we will discuss all the topics as a class. Begin. I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, Gertrude had values and things of that nature.
Her needs weren't being met. She needed a man. So of course she did what she had to in order to get one. If my wife couldn't satisfy my needs, is it my fault that I find at least 15 other women who can? Is it? That doesn't excuse like incest and stuff. She just uses that as an excuse. Oh, come on. If you're not physically or emotionally satisfied with the person you're with, wouldn't you cheat? Of course not. I would get marriage counseling.
But what if you were in the 1500s? What then?
I would still get marriage counseling. I would get it with the lady of the court. Same thing, right?
You mean you would go around the queen's back in order to have an affair with one of her ladies?
Heavens no. Our relationship would be strictly platonic. I would never even see her in ankles. We would never dance except perhaps back at my place.
Hi-oh!
I say, we are getting quite saucy up in this canine of a female gender. I think you boys are getting a little off topic. Now let's get back to Gertrude and Claudius. Well, Gertrude gives up her values to fulfill her needs.
Claudius must have power over Gertrude. That's ridiculous. Claudius doesn't make her do anything. But he does influence her decisions. In a way, he has power over her, because Claudius can influence Gertrude due to his ability to fulfill Gertrude's needs. It's an indirect power he has over her. This could segue great into the relationship between Hamlet and Ophelia.
I think she causes a lot of his emotional instability. Just like a large first world nation causes lots of instability in the third world countries around the world.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. But isn't Hamlet upset about his mother and Claudius?
Yeah, I guess. But I think that Ophelia causes a lot to hurt him, and this causes his instability.
Well, this is AP English, so I guess we'll just take this BS and run with it.
Do you guys need some help? No, we're just, questioning the complications of our relationship based upon advanced theoretical emotional computation. And what does that actually mean? It depends on your definition of the word is. Of course. Brilliant. Keep up the good work, Bill.
So, Macbeth. Macbeth is a wussy. Lady Macbeth is the real man. Hill dog in the house. Macbeth simply isn't masculine enough. This is a cause of insecurity for him. Lady Macbeth exploits this insecurity and makes Macbeth do what has to be done. But masculinity isn't killing someone in their sleep. Yeah, it is. She mocks him for not being masculine enough to do it. She said he's full of milk, like a woman. What a... Oh, she makes fun of him, and eventually she makes him into a man. She's a strong woman who just wants to make her husband strong too. And look where it got her. By the 5th act, she's reduced to physical and emotional sickness. That's what she gets for manipulating her loved one. Lady Macbeth doesn't get sick because of her manipulation. Don't get me wrong. She does manipulate her husband, but her sickness is caused by trying to become a man. And the guilt she feels, the guilt and masculinity kills her, nothing else. I guess. By the end of the play, she is all but forgotten by Macbeth, who has been getting more and more masculine, all because she pushed him to become better. But Macduff and his wife had the opposite relationship. Lady Macduff and Macduff weren't close at all. Lady Macduff wanted to get away from her husband. He couldn't fulfill her needs. Yet, when she is killed, Macduff vows to fight for revenge. It's so strange how the opposite sexes can influence each other. I know, right? One day I was in love with this guy, and we were a great couple. We were perfect for each other. One day, out of the blue, I find out he's already married. I couldn't believe it. I was so angry I got my virginity back and led England into the Golden Age. What? I mean, I was at the wedding, so I guess it shouldn't have been such a surprise, but seriously, I was angry. I stormed up to my room and created the ultimate strategy for English domination of Western Europe, and that's how I was influenced by my man. So, your man influenced you to become a world leader? Precisely, and this is why I'm also running for class president. Well, you don't got nothing on Bill. Agreed, he's so dreamy, and he plays the saxophone. Don't be tripping, girl. Bill is my man. I don't want to have to start another golden age, 'cause he's cheating.
Don't worry.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Alright, class. Time is up. Time to compare what we've learned. Well, we've learned that people have needs, like physical ones, or emotional ones. And when those needs aren't met, they go outside of the marriage to meet them.
Well, not just out of the marriage, just anywhere where they can get their needs fulfilled, like a hotel. A hotel filled with women. A lot of women.
That is so misogynistic. Hill Dog don't do misogynistic. If Hill Dog found her man with another man, Hill Dog would destroy them. Well, girl, if you want to keep your man, you should fulfill his needs. If you don't, What right do you have? Let's not forget what causes infidelity and what effects it has. You see, I learned something today. I learned that people have sexual and emotional needs and can be influenced or manipulated by members of the opposite sex who fill these needs. Gertrude cheated on her husband and married her brother-in-law in order to fulfill a need. When Robert broke Elizabeth's heart, that influenced her to create a global empire to compensate. Don't you all see how we impact each other? Well, I guess you turned out to be useful after all. Oh no, if you think about it, we are all just ones and zeros and pixels on a screen. We are all merely dusts in the wind.
Well, on that note, I think that we should adjourn class. Bring in the dancing lobsters.